I'm Shelby, and today I'm going to teach you how to properly set a volleyball. So we're going to go over the individual steps and the correct form for setting a volleyball, just back and forth with a partner. But when you're using this in a game, it's going to be your second pass that you do. First, you always want to pass the ball, then you're going to set it, and then hit over the net. And that's going to be your setup for each play. You want to get bump, set, hit, and get it moving. You can do this with a partner, you can do it during the game, and you can also set just facing your partner. You can set back behind you, which is called a back set. And if you are a setter on a volleyball team, you're always going to get the second ball unless you call help. If you say 1, 4, or 9, that indicates where you're setting without you calling out the person's name, so someone doesn't know who you're setting to. A good warm-up for setting is to be facing your partner. So let's say my partner's over here, I'd be facing them. And there's a few things that you can do. First, just side to side, overhead throw to get you warmed up. Next, you can have the ball palmed in your hand and go up over your head and slam it down at the ground towards them. You want it to end up about halfway between you two and bounce up for them to catch, and then they do the same thing back to you. You're going to want to do this with both arms so that you're ready. And then another warm-up that you can do is hitting the ball. Again, this just loosens up your shoulder blades and gets you ready for setting. The form that we're going to use for our setting today is there's just 3 cues that we're going to use. First is you push through with your legs. Next, that is fingertips and follow through. You want to make like a triangle above your forehead and just push up and out. So I'm going to have Becca come over and we're just going to do a little warm up like I talked about, and then we'll get into the setting. So first we're going to do that warm up, just a few. Last warm up is the hit. Okay, and then we'll get into that set that I was talking about. And remember, push through the legs, triangle, fingertips, up and away. And you want to use your fingertips because if you use the palm or pads of your fingers, it's going to go more out versus up when it goes off your fingertips. And when you push it up, you want there to be less spin because that means you have more control over where it's going, and it's going to go slower down so your hitter can get a better hit off it. So up through the legs, above my forehead, push off, not a lot of spin, just like that. And then while we're doing this, you want it to be within 1 step of your partner. Ideally, you land directly above them, about a foot above their forehead. If they take 1 step, that's okay, but you don't want them to be chasing your set around. I don't know if you can see exactly where the ball is going in the video, but we have a nice high arch, and that's what you want. You want the ball to go up, so your hitter who's coming to get the ball next can see where it's going, line themselves up, get a lead up, and come and get the ball. So we'll just do a few more for you guys. Make sure you're watching our whole start with our legs through the ball. more of a game sense. Okay, so Becca did very well with that. And if you have this in a classroom setting, you can pair up the students with a partner, just 2 of them. If you have an odd number, you can do a group of 3, just have them form a triangle then, and just continue setting it around. I would give them anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes to practice the setting in their groups on their own. Once you think they've got it down, or once they think they're ready, you can do an easy assessment of setting just by keeping them at that 10 feet apart distance and watching them set and making sure they're getting it within that 1 step that I talked about of their partner and above their partner's head. If the set is coming down here, doesn't count as a good set. A good grading scale for this would be to use a 4-point rubric. A 0 would be not participating, a 1 would be participates but can't get the sets to the correct placement or doesn't have an arch. 2 would be get some of the sets, but overall they're missing them still. 3 would be they get all the sets to their partner within that foot distance, but they're not at the correct height. And then a 4 would be they're getting them all using good form in the correct position. And then once you have all of the scores of your students that you've graded on that 4-point rubric, you can add them all up and get an average to see how your class is doing with the setting. And if they're doing well, you can always move them on to that bump, set, hit, full set versus just the single one. And you can also work in the back set and other more advanced features.